Hello, trading is closed on February 9th, 2023. Let's do our disclaimer first and then we'll go over our predictions and make some calls. I really have been busy most of the night, have not had much time to analyze things, so anyone who wants to risk any money on the call should keep that in mind. It's my trading plan for Friday, February 10th. My calls can be wrong, and the trade you make should be at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this, and tomorrow should have the early high. We had a target of 41.3291. I wasn't certain it would print because I was pretty negative. But it did print, but we still were negative. We looked for a gap and a prompt move outside of yesterday's range. We gapped, came within a fraction of a point of trading outside the range on the upside, and then by prompt, I mean without much interruption, traded outside the range on the downside. This is a reminder of what we said. We said if we gap up, it could turn out to be a gap and trap and dropping the rest of the day, and that actually is what did happen. Now we generated a higher target today. MEJT said this move wasn't the real thing, it was false, would retrace. Says the same thing about this drop. Gives us the target of 4107.56. And according to the rules, if we don't gap down smartly, that's the target for tomorrow. It's pretty hard to be looking for higher targets after a big drop like this, and I admit targets can fail, but if we don't gap down smartly, I'm going to have to go with that. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Now, I do think that we're in this wave, at long last, finally in this wave C down. I think it'll be the last wave down and wave black 2, after which we get a good rally. And to figure out how far it's going to go, I think we should compare wave red C to wave red A. And if you take the height of wave red A and you slide it over to wave red C, you get a nice Fibonacci grid, pretty close to hitting the 38.2 today. I'll tell you there are a couple of timing systems of other people with a change in trend either today or tomorrow. I don't know much about timing systems myself, that's what they say. If we go all the way to C equals A, which wouldn't surprise me, it's in the 3850s. So I do think we have a long way to go on the downside, even if we don't drop tomorrow. Again, I don't think the count's completely clear here. Still have this as 1, but it could be A. If that's A and that's B, C is equal to A right at this top. So I think that's either 2 or B. We're in either C or 3. And I'm not convinced it's over yet, even though I have a higher target for tomorrow. Now again, I had personal business tonight. I didn't spend much time analyzing things. If you're going to risk your money, please keep that in mind. Friday's pattern has a really high. We could still get down. It's a higher target. If we don't get down smartly, the rules say it prints. We appear to be in wave C of 2 downs when a long position here has to be considered a counter trend trade. I do think it's the start of something very tradable on the downside, but I have a higher target for tomorrow and a pattern with the early high. If we don't gap down, it's what the rules call for. Just remember any trade on the long side here is a counter trend trade. You don't have to take it, and I think the real money here is going to be made on the downside, at least in the very short term. But that's today's call.